Good evening and welcome to Sunset News this Wednesday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather and sports. I am Diana Master. In the news tonight, the 19-year-old boy accused of brutally murdering his grandparents at Oniwa B village in the Oshikoto region made his first appearance in the Ondangwa Magistrates Court this afternoon. Stephanus Tangeni Shali Shimi, who required the services of an interpreter, confirmed his identity and indicated he understood Oshwambo as the charges were read to him and said he would contact his own defense. Magistrate Nialo Yafrance postponed the case to the 20th of April 2026 for further investigations. State prosecutor Tony Bok opposed bail at the stage due to the seriousness of the allegations and fears that the accused may abscond if released. Shimi is accused of killing his grandparents Joshua Shimi, 87, and Martha Nangombe, 68, after allegedly accusing them of bewitching him, a tragedy that has left the community in shock and mourning. The incident happened on Monday morning. Narrating what transpired, Naftali Kolokoto Kananjembo, a cousin to the late Nangombe, said that the victim had reported threats against her life to the police last Thursday, saying her grandson had accused her of practicing witchcraft and threatened to kill her. Kananjembo said the family believed faster police action could have saved lives. The police are sometimes slow. A quick response could have prevented this tragedy, he was quoted as saying at the scene on Tuesday in an interview with Network Media Hub. He said the suspect is believed to have killed his grandparents at around 9 a.m. Now, witnesses allegedly saw him at local cooker shops after 11 shortly after the attack. The couple's young granddaughter, a grade 2 learner, discovered the bodies when she returned from school and ran to alert neighbors. Community members apprehended the suspect at the cooker shops, tied him up and took him to the back of the house before he was handed over to the police. Kananjembo said the police had reportedly contacted the teenager last week, asking him to hand himself in after threats were reported. However, he did not comply. The suspect, who dropped out of school in grade 8, had been raised by his grandparents alongside his 2 siblings while their mother sought employment in Windhoek. Kananjembo said his cousin was blind and he had previously chased the suspect out of the house 2 years ago following family disputes, and they had not been on speaking terms since his return home recently. Now, the suspect stayed with his grandparents for less than 2 weeks. In our next story, a large number of protesters gathered today at the Ministry of Fisheries in Windhoek, protesting over poor labour conditions and reduced fishing quotas. Joseph Garoeb, Secretary General of the Maritime Union, said they have given the ministry 72 hours to respond to them and vowed to continue camping at the ministry until answers are provided. If no response comes, this will make it the 3rd ongoing protest in Windhoek, alongside ex-refugees, liberation struggle veterans at SWAPO headquarters and City of Windhoek workers, all still unattended to.
Thank you for taking interest into the matter. The people you see behind is workers that are coming from Walvis Bay. We travel throughout the night. My name is Joseph Garoeb. I'm the Secretary General of Mining, Metal, Maritime and Construction Workers Union. The members you see behind are my members that have come up to Walvis Bay with the different issues that they are affecting them in the fishing industry. One should also underline to say that we have handed over a petition on Thursday last week to the Minister of Fisheries through the ED, and we have given them 72 hours to respond to our petition, which we indicate in our petition. Failure to that, we will be coming down to Walvis Bay, and that is what we are currently doing. In the petition, we have various issues. One of the issues that we have, that was the core element within the petition, is the workers being put as labor hires to other companies that have the redress quotas. Now, the redress quota is what we are calling the government employment redress quota that have been allocated to certain companies, and these companies, to direct or directly give employment to workers as per their designated agreements. What these companies did is they took the workers, they give them to other third parties, and then it becomes a labor hire. They are allocated, they have been paid for them to pay these workers, and that's one of the issues. Second issue is that workers are moving for better conditions of employment, and the government we have been asking the government to give.
Now, the High Court has ruled in favor of the Doro Navas and Uibasen Tweefontein Conservancies, together with the Alderman Traditional Authority and Ultimate Safaris, granted an urgent interdict to stop mining activities threatening one of Namibia's key black rhino habitats in Western Kunene. Acting Judge Totemeyer delivered the ruling on the 31st of October 2025, confirming that mining operator Timotheus Mashuna, the first respondent, is barred from conducting any blasting or heavy machinery work on his mining claims inside the joint management area shared by the conservancies. The order will remain in effect pending the outcome of a broader review challenging the legality of his environmental clearance certificate and mining claims. The applicants argued that ongoing mining activities risked irreversible damage to wildlife and the environment, particularly the free-roaming black rhino population, which underpins the region's community-based tourism. The Save the Rhino Trust supported the case, warning that blasting operations could drive rhinos from the area permanently, undermining conservation gains built over decades and increasing the risk of poaching. Before this latest ruling, the applicants had filed several urgent cases since 2024 against mining activities within the JMA. In one of those heard in October 2024, Justice Shiming Chase granted an interdict against another miner, Otili Ndimulunde, and issued a mandamus directing the Environmental Commissioner to decide under Section 42 of the Environmental Management Act whether to suspend or cancel her environmental clearance certificate. Following that decision, a compliance order was issued on the 24th of October 2024, which meant the interdict against Ndimulunde lapsed. In our next story, Cornelia Shilunga, head of the Upstream Petroleum Unit in the Office of the President, officially launched the Trailblazer Award ceremonies organized by the Namibia Youth Energy Forum at Namibia Energy Connect at Drombos outside Windhoek this morning. Shilunga is heard here delivering the keynote address on behalf of President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah. Let's have a look.
Namibia Energy Connect and the Energy Trailblazer Awards for the year 2025, a truly visionary national initiative that places Namibian youth at the center of innovation, leadership, and transformation within our energy sector. Allow me to begin by commending the Namibian Youth Energy Forum for your initiative, energy, and courage to lead this conversation. You are giving practical meaning to the aspiration of Vision 2030 and the NDP 6, which envision a prosperous industrialized Namibia developed by a human resource, not by chance, but by design. The event of today is a testament that our young people are not just leaders of tomorrow. You are the active architects of today's transformation. It is the SWAPO Party manifesto and the implementation plan that reminds us that Namibia's young people are our greatest national asset. It calls on us all to ensure that youth empowerment, entrepreneurship, and skills development are at the heart of the national policy and implementation.
That brings us to the end of our top stories. After the break, we get into our story of the day. In our story of the day, students at the University of Namibia have been left frustrated after the institution ordered a rewrite of Inorganic Chemistry for Educators 2 examination following a distribution error that saw different question papers administered across campuses. A notice issued by the Office of the Registrar on Tuesday confirmed that students who sat for the exam on the 31st of October at the main campus received a different version of the paper than those at satellite campuses such as Hifikepunye Pohamba and Katima Mulilo. To maintain uniformity and fairness, all students registered for the said module are hereby requested to rewrite this first opportunity paper for the module, the university stated. The exam has now been rescheduled for 12 p.m. on Tuesday, the 11th of November, while the second opportunity date remains unchanged for the 19th of November 2025. Students who spoke to Network Media Hub on Wednesday voiced their disappointment over the situation, describing the rewrite as adding unnecessary pressure during an already demanding exam season. The university has not yet responded to questions on how the error occurred or what steps will be taken to prevent similar incidents in the future. We'll now take a quick ad break and return with the latest in economic news. Stick around. Headlining our economic news, Namibia and the European Union are engaging bilaterally on the programming of 520 million Namibian dollars in grants under the second phase of the multi-annual indicative program for 2025 to 2027, aimed at supporting Namibia's national priorities in areas such as green growth, water supply, sanitation, renewable energy, and environmental protection. The funding falls under the EU's Global Gateway framework, which builds on the 2022 EU-Namibia Strategic Partnership Memorandum of Understanding that remains in force. The partnership was initiated under the leadership of the late President Hage Geingob, whose administration worked to position Namibia as a reliable partner in Europe's green industrial transition. President Geingob's efforts culminated in the signing of the Strategic Partnership on Sustainable Raw Materials, Green Hydrogen and Skills Development with the European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen in November of 2022. This landmark moment anchored Namibia in the EU's Global Gateway investment agenda. The partnership, established to promote sustainable economic growth and climate-resilient development, closely aligns with Namibia's Vision 2030 and the objectives of the National Development Plan 6. It focuses on collaboration in green energy, value chain, integration governance, and social development through grants, investment facilitation, and technical cooperation. According to the National Planning Commission, the ongoing EU cooperation demonstrates the strengths of Namibia's international partnerships and the country's commitment to aligning donor support with its own developmental agenda. Now let's take a look at the economic indicators. The Namibian dollar trades at 22.82 to the British pound, 20.13 against the euro, 17.53 to the US dollar, and 2 Namibian dollars and 46 cents buys you 1 Chinese yuan. All commodities are up, save for Brent crude oil, which took a dip of 0.33%, now trading at $64 and 37 cents per barrel. After the break in economic news, a Moroccan court on Tuesday sentenced a man to 5 years in prison and $107,300 in fines for human trafficking. More on this in international news right after this.
Life is unpredictable and one needs to be protected against any eventuality. Get Santam legal access from as little as 50 Namibian dollars a month for when you find yourself in need of legal representation due to civil cases, criminal prosecution, and family matters such as divorce, child maintenance, and custody. It also covers labor disputes, disciplinary hearings, and unfair dismissal or retrenchment. With Santam Legal Access, you'll receive free legal advice on almost every legal aspect, whether the specific matter is covered by your policy or not. For true peace of mind and legal protection when you need it most, call us on 061 292 8000. Santam. This is freedom.
Tonight in international news, a Moroccan court on Tuesday sentenced a man to 5 years in prison and $107,000 in fines for human trafficking. In the country's first ruling against someone accused of luring people to work in a scam compound in Asia. The case involved several young Moroccans who said they were attracted by an online job offer promising good pay in Thailand. Instead, they found themselves trafficked to Myanmar and forced to work more than 14,000 kilometers from home. Now, facilitating online fraud and scams, the defendant Nabil Moafik denied the charges and called human trafficking a crime against humanity he would never commit. The United Nations say some 120,000 people are trapped in so-called scam centers, and prosecutions have been launched around the world to combat trafficking. Several are making their way through Moroccan courts, and in Casablanca, victims present in court told the Associated Press they witnessed torture and other degrading treatment in the Myanmar centers. Some said they secured their release after paying ransoms in cryptocurrency, according to court documents provided by attorneys. In our next story, the U.S. government shutdown has entered its 36th day, making it the longest period of time the American government has been closed. The shutdown, which began on the 1st of October, was prompted by the inability of Congress to agree to a new funding deal. It has left government workers without paycheck and millions of Americans without essential services. Democrats and Republicans have remained gridlocked for weeks without any signs of a compromise, though some glimmers of hope are beginning to show. Majority Leader John Thune, the Senate's top Republican, said his gut told him that a possible breakthrough might be on the horizon. The previous government shutdown record happened during Donald Trump's first term as president and lasted 35 days before it ended in 2019. In the week since the shutdown started, the impact on everyday Americans has worsened. Thousands of federal workers have already missed paychecks, and there are growing fears of increased impacts to air travel across the U.S. as air traffic controllers and airport staff work without pay. On Tuesday, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy told Fox News that some areas of U.S. airspace might have to be closed if the government shutdown continues. About 13,000 air traffic controllers who are government employees have been working without pay due to the shutdown. That brings us to the end of our international news, and we'll now take a look at the weather forecast. Walvis Bay can expect clear and sunny skies with maximum temperatures of 22 degrees expected and minimum temperatures of 14 degrees expected. In Lüderitz as well, it's clear and bright skies. Maximum temperatures will be at 28 degrees Celsius and minimum temperatures will be at 15 degrees Celsius. Looking over here at Windhoek, it's partly cloudy conditions. Maximum temperatures will be at 30 degrees Celsius and minimum temperatures will be at 20 degrees Celsius. In Inanna, Oshakati and Ruakana, there are some showers expected, as well as in Katima Mulilo and Rundu, with Katima Mulilo experiencing maximum temperatures of 34 degrees Celsius and minimum temperatures of 22 degrees Celsius are to be expected. Stay with us after the break. We bring you some sports news courtesy of Sport Wrap.
Looking for your next favorite show? Tune in and dive into the action, the flavor, and the stories that move you. Get moving with Flicks, where fitness meets fun. For the little adventures, it's active kids, energy, games, and endless excitement. And if you're hungry for ideas, What's Cooking serves up delicious recipes and kitchen tips you can't miss. Dreaming of your future? Career Chronicles brings inspiring stories from professionals shaping tomorrow. En vir die yongstes wat nuuskierig is, Blitz Fokus bring jou vinnige, vars nuus en stories net daar waar dit gebeur. For the youth, by the youth, Generation C connects, inspires and entertains. Don't forget to start your mornings right with Smell the Coffee. Laughter, conversation, and your daily dose of motivation. Do make sure to catch the latest entertainment news with chill, culture, lifestyle, and stories from your community. And don't miss Sports Wrap, all the highlights, analysis, and unforgettable moments from the world of sports. Your favorite shows, your favorite stories, all in one place. Don't miss out. This is My Zone TV.
Well, good day, viewers. On today's Sunset News brought to you by Sports Wrap, we have a look at the 21st edition of the Nedbank Desert Dash that was launched in the capital city today at the Nedbank campus. The event is scheduled for the 5th and the 6th of December, and we all look forward to seeing who the riders are that are going to pull up and take part in this wonderful event. We have a couple of interviews lined up for you, so please do enjoy.
My name is Gernot de Klerk. I'm the Head of Marketing and Communications at Nedbank Namibia. So the Nedbank Desert Dash is one of our keystone properties and has been for the best part of 11 years, 21 years in the making, but it's an iconic event. We often call it a bucket list event. It has cyclists coming from all over the world. But what it does do is it tests your resilience, your grit, your determination. I guess that at some points during the 24 hours, you are probably also questioning your sanity. But that's what the event does. It brings the world to Namibia. It brings the world to our doorstep. It boosts our economy with several thousand, or rather millions of dollars. By last count, we think in the region of $25 to $30 million that gets invested into our economy. But the Nedbank Desert Dash has 1,000 cyclists. It's an iconic event. It's by far the grittiest event that you'll find on the Namibian calendar, which is why we have those returning cyclists coming to you. Such appreciation for our co-sponsors, everybody involved in making this event happen. There are a few weeks left before we see 4 and 5 and 6 December on our doorstep. So we encourage all the participants to keep staying healthy, keep training, and have a fantastic time out come the first week of December.
Everyone, I'm Jurgen van Graan, the Chief Commercial Officer of Nedbank Namibia. So today we were very excited to not only launch the 21st edition of the Nedbank Desert Dash, but also our new marketing campaign, Get Money Fit. And these two initiatives go hand in hand. I think we believe in physical health and fitness, but I think a big issue currently in Namibia is also the financial well-being of people. And that's why this is such a great partnership. In terms of the dash, we're really excited for the 21st edition to start on the 5th of December. 401 kilometers tracking over the oldest desert in the world, and welcoming over 1,000 cyclists from all over the globe to our beautiful country. And the impact of this event is significant to local businesses both here in Windhoek and in Swakopmund. So that's why we are really, really excited about this event, and to all the cyclists out there, hopefully the training is almost done, and we're really to welcome you at the Grove on the 5th, and then to the finish line on the 6th of December in the beautiful Swakopmund. Thanks.
Looking for your next favorite show? Tune in and dive into the action, the flavor and the stories that move you. Get moving with Flix, where fitness meets fun. For the little adventures, it's active kids, energy, games, and endless excitement. And if you're hungry for ideas, What's Cooking serves up delicious recipes and kitchen tips you can't miss. Dreaming of your future? Career Chronicles brings inspiring stories from professionals shaping tomorrow. En vir die yongstes wat nuuskierig is, Blitz Fokus bring jou vinnige, vars nuus en stories net daar waar dit gebeur. For the youth, by the youth, Generation C connects, inspires and entertains. Don't forget to start your mornings right with Smell the Coffee. Laughter, conversation, and your daily dose of motivation. Do make sure to catch the latest entertainment news with chill, culture, lifestyle, and stories from your community. And don't miss Sports Wrap, all the highlights, analysis, and unforgettable moments from the world of sports. Your favorite shows, your favorite stories, all in one place. Don't miss out. This is My Zone TV.
And with that, we have come to the end of the broadcast. Make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook, on all the NMH platforms, on weekdays, as well as on our website, oneuptwo.com. Sunset News screens on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25 every weekday from 7:30 to 8 p.m. I am Diana Master, and this has been Sunset News. Don't end your day without us.